So, Hugh, can you tell us about what's happening in the emerging payments sector?
Yeah, sure. Well, the UK is a pretty interesting market. We think by this time next year, it's probably going to be the most advanced emerging payments market in the world. We've got the acceptance footprint, the contactless acceptance footprint, as well as the adoption of apps that really sets the environment. And we've got consumers that are really adopting it at the same time as big digital players such as Apple and Samsung and Google coming into this space. So, yeah, there's a lot going on in the emerging payment space right now.
Can you tell us about Quicker?
Yeah, sure. So, Quick has been a really interesting opportunity for us. Now, been talking about emerging payments, and one of the things that we're looking for are catalysts, areas where you can really start to drive change. And the restaurant sector is a really interesting one for that reason. So for us, this initially started when Wagamama approached us just over a year ago and asked whether we could help them solve their biggest pain point, which was time to pay. So we all know the example, you're in a restaurant, you finished your meal, you want to get the bill, and it's the busy time, so it takes ages to get the waiter's attention. Then you've got to wait for the bill, then you've got to wait for the machine, and then if a few of you are paying, the whole thing can take, they were telling us on average sort of 10 to 12 minutes. And we identified the opportunity to leverage the Quicker platform that we'd built to really solve that problem in the restaurant space. So to create a convenient experience within the restaurant space. So we launched that earlier this year across all of the Wagamama restaurants. It allows consumers to pay whenever they're ready, split the bill with their friends, and basically get rid of that time, which is the point where they get the most dissatisfaction as a consumer because you might be late for the cinema or the kids start to play up, but also it's a time when the restaurants want to get more people through because they have queues out the door. So it solves that problem, and the uptake has been amazing. We've been blown away by it. I think the most important measure of that is really what consumers say, and again, the best measure in the restaurant environment is tips. And we're actually seeing the consumers that use Quicker and pay with Quicker leave higher tips than any other payment mechanism, which for us is a great sort of testament that it's working.
Okay, interesting. So from a merchant's perspective, how does it work? How do they get Quicker?
Well, the main area of focus for us initially was really understanding the Wagamama operation and integrating with their point of sale platform. So essentially, this would only work if they didn't have to change the way they run their business and their operation. So effectively, as far as the Wagamama staff are concerned, the customers place the order in the same way as they ordinarily would. And then once that order is placed, they can see it on their app and make a payment whenever they want. So it allows the server to concentrate on giving great service, and they don't have to spend so much time chasing around the restaurant with bits of paper and payment terminals. The next evolution we're also really excited about is expanding it in a couple of ways. So one, beyond Wagamama. So we're bringing a series of other chains on board, which we're really excited about, the likes of Carluccio's and Ask and Zizzy, but also the functionality so that we can allow consumers to do more things, so order more sides and more drinks without having to try and get someone's attention.
So how do merchants get Quicker?
Well, I mean, we're really keen to continue the rollout and scaling this up. So, yeah, if there are any restaurant businesses out there that are interested, they just need to get in touch with us at Mastercard.
Okay, great. One more final question. What type of characteristics should the ideal Quicker client have?
We've built the platform in a really flexible way. So we've also got it up and running in the sort of order and collect use case as well in other markets. We're using it in stadium for order and deliver to seat. So there's quite a lot of flexibility. So I would say what we're looking to do is really build this out at scale. So flexible about the types of use cases. We've proven it in quite a few different environments.
Okay, so you download the Quicker app, which you can get from the App Store or Google Apps, and it'll take you into and it's at this moment it's finding restaurants nearby. So the two restaurants it's finding is one in Canary Wharf and one in Greenwich. So I'm going to check in to the restaurant in Canary Wharf. Okay, so if I'm first and I want to host the table myself, I'll click on host the table. If I'm joining somebody and they're already there, then I can join their table. They will give me the code. Okay, so I'm logging in and I'm hosting a table myself. So that's my number for the Canary Wharf restaurant downstairs. If I wanted to pop down there now and sit down for some lunch, what I'll do is I'll give this code to the waiter waitress, and they will take my order as they normally would. And as I'm giving it, the order will be processed on their PDA, and it'll appear eventually in a couple of moments on the phone. I will then be able to, if I want to, order additional items and pay it, and drinks and desserts and the likes. And then when I'm ready, I'll select all the things that are mine and swipe to pay using just my Masterpass password.